and to come. So guys who we know can win games from any sort of situation. So we've just got to chip away and hopefully get a few more dot balls. Pick up wickets is key. And I think it's the only way we're going to win tonight if we keep picking all those wickets.
And how are you staying upbeat, mate? The fact that you're not playing yet, I'm sure you'll get your opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, it's a long tournament. I've been dropped many times before, so it doesn't really, you try and train the best you can and be prepared. And when the time comes, you just be ready.
What has Virat said from last game to this game?
Just that he wants a bit more intensity in every facet that we do, and just keep positive. I mean, we've lost one, we've won one. Which we haven't really done over the years. We've always started badly, so we've started decently, and we've still got the best cricket to come with our players. So just to try and stay, we try to forget what the past has served up before, and we're just trying to win every game as it comes. Yeah,
well, he's still animated out there in the field, and I suppose when you talk about the best coming, Virat Kohli's got his best to come, and I'm sure it's only around the corner.
For sure, and if you're still scoring 200 without him scoring runs, it just shows that we're in a good position. Obviously, AB is unbelievable still, and we've got some top batters to perform this tournament.
Thanks for your time, Moeen. Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
Moeen Ali, he will play a role, I'm sure, in RCB throughout this Dream11 IPL. But, yeah, the changes they've made, it has been very productive. It's changed the balance. There'd be a different feel out there. Certainly bowling Sundar in the second over is a different tactic. Everything seems to be paying off. A good over for Mumbai Indians then. 14 from it. 77 for 3.
Skrill money transfer is free to India. There are no fees and our rupee rates are some of the best. Why pay to send money to India? Make your money go further for free with Skrill.com.
From 29 now, that strike rate for Kishan, 131 strike rate. We're starting to see him get himself going. That onside 6. It's one of the longer balls we've seen. We saw those from AB de Villiers, but that matched it.
So where does Adam Zampa bowl here? The short boundary is leg side, and we've seen Kishan can hit this thing miles.
Well, this should work for Ishan Kishan. In fact, it's coming back into the pads. Every's going to take on the onside. It's now.
But very full and very wide of off stump. Lovely strike down the ground off Saini. And then he just had a pick-up while we were chatting with Mo. And it flew and just kept playing. Well, the guy can hit the ball. Now, does he need that pace on it? Is he less good when there isn't pace on the ball and he has to make the pace? We'll find out with Adam Zampa in the attack. Hardik Pandya now on strike.
Touch! Oh, he's gone. He's launched it high. It's a bit like Rohit Sharma's shot. He hasn't got it. He hasn't got it. But the catch in the deep has been taken. And look at Virat Kohli. Hardik Pandya. Not Hardik enough.
How's the fielding? This guy is gold. Aaron Finch better wander off injured a bit more often. Negi the name, safe catching the game. He's a boy, isn't he? I've seen few men so badly want to win cricket matches. Hardik Pandya for 15, 78 for 4 now.
Pollard now. So the road. It's taken another detour. We've got to get back to the main highway here, Mumbai Indians, to get home. 124 from 52, 4 wickets down. And they just need to be playing a little bit smarter, understanding the dimensions. That's what's happened to Hardik Pandya. So Zampa gets his first wicket.
Catch!
Well, 3 times Pavan Niggi has been under the ball out at that deep mid-wicket position. They've all come down from mighty heights, floating briefly with the stars, and then dropping straight into this guy's mitts. He's caught them with lovely balance and time. All the best at anything in sport seem to have time to do whatever they do.
Soft hands as well. There's a give when the ball nestles in those palms. You can see that there's a give. Very good catching method.
Well, they're not easy. You've got that much time to think about it. It's travelling so high, so far. He's made them look easy, as you say, Sonny. He's got a really good technique. Obviously, he's got those soft hands. The ball hits his hands at the right height, so and then they soften under the eyes. Absolutely brilliant. And it's the best catching we've seen so far in a match, I'd say, in the deep here, at this particular oval.
And we've seen in the past, when the ball goes up in the air, not always easy to judge the speed at which it comes down. But Negi has had no problems whatsoever.
No, so many modern players take it with fingers pointed to the sky, baseball style. He's taken it more old-fashioned way, orthodox, if you like.
A bit like a bullet, absolute bullet, and done well. That's young opener. Particle doing an excellent job in the deep. But Zampa, his first IPL wicket. This one was hit very firmly.
Oh, it's good bowling from Adam Zampa, bowling to his field, to a plan. To the left hand, who's getting it wide and full, making him fetch it from a long way if he wants to hit it leg size. He's flat batting it like a shell, and the fielding thankfully matched the field placement. Some good cricket being played by the royalty from Bangalore.
Should be the last ball of the over. It's only gone for 5 and the 1 wicket.
Catch!
Doesn't get hold of it. Excellent over there from Zampa. Finding his feet here in the Dream11 IPL, 83 for 40.
Suruwadana coming back into the attack. Bowled sort of mediocre first over and a pretty good second one. He switched to bowl over the wicket, having started round the wicket, which was a strange thing to do, we felt, with the new ball. .83 for 4. The required rate almost 15 and over. It's 2.5 a ball. It's an awful lot to ask of anybody. Ishan Kishan is striking the ball very well. Players with the most fantasy points on Dream11 at over 10 in the second innings, so sort of just where we were a moment ago. Points are scored for runs, 6s, wickets, catches, and those players are there. Remember, if you've picked those players as captain, they score double, so that's handy. AB, main man today, played brilliantly with the bat, kept wicket tidily, Looks as if he had a few dehydration issues at the last Seattle strategic timeout, and they helped him through that. Absolutely central figure to this team, this match, this tournament. For Van Negi, I was just eulogising about him. I talked about the time he had, the judgment. Michael Slater talked about the position of his eyes as he took the catches. I mentioned the old-fashioned technique. He had to have a mind's eye on that boundary there, but he dealt with that well. Could be 2 wides in a row, yes. The umpire just thought about it for a moment and then went hard at the bowler. So we've got 2 balls. Neither of them count. Just a single off the first ball, the only ball currently standing in this over.
Yeah, with the field he had to do that. And sometimes to Karen Pollard, if you bowl that bouncer too quickly, he knows exactly what's coming. That strike rate. Sometimes teams have thought about bowling short at him and getting away with it. And now he's got to change the field, and that's why the mid-off has dropped back. Fine leg in the circle.
Got away with that. You know, we talk about catches, those ones we've seen in the deep are beautifully judged, but they're not spectacular. And part of the thrill of watching any sport live, whether here in the ground or indeed at home on television, is to see the spectacular pulled off by these athletes. Right up there, we showed these earlier, Kieran Pollard with that extraordinary manoeuvre to get the ball back into play and then throw himself forward. Big unit. What about A.B. de Villiers' spring-heeled athleticism? And if that wasn't enough, have a look at lightning bolt out on the boundary. That's pretty good too, and how he doesn't touch that boundary foam, I don't know. And then of course last night, Nicholas Perrin. No doubt that in the old days when boundaries were back on the railings, if you like, or on the boundary boards, you couldn't have done that. The fact that boundaries have been brought in a bit has allowed the action to take place on the other side of them, which is a great thing. Which is the most exceptional? Oh, hello, you see? You've got to be modern and present, haven't you? You've got to be in everybody's head, which is where Nicholas Perrin is.
Yeah, but if you saw that, what we saw yesterday, I know not been too many better ones. AB was brilliant, and all of them have been gravity-defying catches. When you look at them closely, minutely, dissect them, the presence of mind, the fact that their eyes were open when they were about to hit the ground, and then the ability to throw the ball up and still come back and take it. And what Pooran did yesterday was outstanding.
And original, wasn't it, Kartik? I mean, we hadn't really seen that before, to make a save. We've seen the catches taken, then the boundary had to step out and step back in. But to make a save in mid-air and flick it back while still in mid-air really was something. Not just the athleticism, but the presence of mind in that.
Look at that. He's just about to fall and he just flicks it. He knows where he's going. Oh my word.
Worth pointing out for those that aren't particularly au fait with the game, yes, he's crossed the boundary rope, but at no stage was any part of his body grounded. So he's fine. If he's doing it all in mid-air, as long as he doesn't have the ball when he lands or touches the rope, he's fine. Pollard on strike to Adana. Ended up being a tidy over that it promised to be, a series of ones to go with a series of dots. 89 for 4 from 30. Lovely view, nighttime view of the Dubai International Stadium, about 15-20 minutes from where we're staying in the city centre, the business part of town. Quiet rate 16 and over, surely not. I mean, what we saw last night was so off the wall, pretty much beggared belief. To imagine it happening again, well, it's not as if Kieran Pollard can't hit the ball far enough. These boundaries are bigger, of course, particularly on one side of the ground, massive compared to the Sharjah Stadium, which are the smallest boundaries. Six overs remain after this one. Ishan Kishan has been striking the ball well. 36 balls faced, 45 scored, 4 and 3 sixes. But Zampa's got his line and length spot on here, bowling to his field.
This is nice encouragement from Pollard, just walking up to Ishan Kishan. Yes, this was a wide one, just trying to calm him down and remind him that not to play a rash stroke. Hold on, he's going to get the ball in his slot.
AB is such an all-round cricketer. I just saw that piece of wicket keeping, it just stayed so low. And sometimes you wonder, will this be a fan question as well? Will RCB miss AB the fielder with AB the keeper? Yes, I know he adds one more dimension, you can bring a different player, but will they miss his fielding? And that has turned so many games as well. He does long on to long on, long off to long off. What do you reckon?
Another thing that Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers and the management would also like to be aware of is if this is a very successful ploy for the RCB, that AB de Villiers keeps wickets and they get a strength of an additional batter or especially an additional bowler in the ranks, would they want to make it a habit for AB de Villiers to keep in every wicket, in every game? Because at the end of the day, you want him fresh for batting as well. Yes, he's done his fitness, but there is something as match fitness, which is very much required. So that's also a decision going forward that RCB would like to take.
You still haven't answered my question. Will they miss AB the fielder with AB the keeper?
In my view, they will not miss AB de Villiers in any which way. He's making his presence felt in batting and he's making his presence felt behind the stumps as well. Over to you, Mark.
Well, it's 17.8 and over now, the rate. It shot up during that conversation. That shows you how quickly this thing moves in either direction. We saw it move in favour of the batting side last night, in favour of the bowling side tonight. They play AB de Villiers as a wicket-keeper batsman and he's covering all bases. I do agree with your point, though, Anju, about this extreme heat and humidity. If he's kept wicket and is then needed to play a big innings, it'll stretch anybody, that. But at the moment, they've got to go with what works. So I suspect you'll find he's keeping wicket next match as well. Oh, that's massive. That really is a good strike. Lovely 50, that. Ishan Kishan has done very well tonight. He's not one of the big names, but he's a Mikey striker when he needed to be there.
बेटा वेंकटेश, तूने पापा को रुला दिया।
अब तक तो सिर्फ शॉल मिलता था बेटा। This is a beauty.
वेंकटेश, मेरे लिए फोटो वाला गिफ्ट क्यों नहीं लाया?
गिफ्ट्स इतने पर्सनल कि सबको लगे भेजने वाला सामने ही है।
आओ बेटा, यहाँ बैठो।
Send personalized gifts from igp.com, इंडिया की गिफ्टिंग साइट।
6 overs left, a run rate of 7.3. Kieran Pollard, short of runs in recent times in the IPL. In fact, in his last 10 knocks, he's failed to get 50. Something that used to be a given, consistent performances from Pollard. Have not been the case of late, is the message there. Yuzvendra Chahal is back into the attack. He's a wonderful, enthusiastic cricketer. And there, a reminder of the unbeaten 52 scored by Ishan Kishan.
They have to go. That's one thing for sure. The asking rate touching 18. Ishan Kishan has got to his 50. Has to be the aggressor. Pollard can. That's smart. That's why he's so good. He can watch the man coming down. And also he's got a very good track record against Kieran Pollard. Has dismissed him 4 times in under 40 balls. So Chahal v Pollard. With the asking rate climbing, it's going to be interesting.
3 a ball. I think it got to that last night, mind you, but of course it's a smaller ground.
Catch that!
That is safe. Chipped over the head of the man at 45, and the overspin hurrying it to the boundary. Good stop in the end.
Yeah, a bit lucky, you have to say that. But he's earned the right of being lucky, Ishan Kishan. He's batted wonderfully well. I just need a confirmation that Udana released the ball before he disturbed the boundary ropes. Should be okay. Looks okay from here though.
Well, that's a good shot. In fact, that's all you need from one shot. Well, he's quite a performer. He likes the stage, clearly, because it's a big occasion here. Don't rule it out if he keeps striking it like that.
Well, he's a big striker as well. As I said, don't just get him, don't judge him by his height. He's a pocket dynamo, Ishan Kishan. He does strike the ball hard, he does strike the ball long. It's not for the first time that he's cleared that boundary.
The challenge now is back on the bowler, because he wants not to overpitch. He'd like to get the ball into the pitch around a good length. But if the batsman's going to step back like that, hit it at the top of its bounce, he daren't, so he'll have to pitch it a bit fuller. What happens here? Mid-on, mid-wicket, real candidates for action now. Mid-on it is. A bit of bowling and a good reaction from the batsman too, not to lose it against the right ball. I've seen some huge hits tonight. Maybe the Villiers are monsters.
As bowlers and as batsmen in this format, you're constantly preempting what the other man's going to do. Chahal did it well, but on this occasion, he just gave him the feeling that he was giving the charge and stayed back.
Well, he hit it hard and he hit it flat, and there wasn't too much that the diving Padigal could do about it. Maybe that'll get Kieran Pollard going. 15 gone, 112 for 4. Last night, 86 runs were scored in 5 overs for Rajasthan Royals' famous victory, a record in the IPL. 90 are needed from 5 overs tonight. Ishan Kishan is out there with Kieran Pollard. It's Kieran, not Kieran. 90 runs to win barely seems possible. But you never know. Really like this guy, Navdeep Saimi. It's a difficult job here, though. He got crashed a bit earlier on, and it's always difficult to come back after that. 2 overs for 21. His first over was right, his second one was the one that cost. He's got good pace, though. Here we go, then. There's a boundary to start it off. This is what preys on the mind of a bowler. Murali Kartik just mentioned the cat and mouse, the game within a game. Bowler trying to read batsman and vice versa. And the more damage, the more hits you take, the more bruised you are, the harder it is to think clearly.
Yeah, the highest IPL score for Ishan Kishan up till now. 5 towering sixes, 2 boundaries in his 65. Just 44 deliveries.
Has done his chances no harm. Came into the game because Saurabh Tiwari didn't play, missed out because of an injury, and has he clinched his place in the team?
Now he pumps it down the ground, didn't quite get it though. Gets back for 2, 6 from 2 balls. Up with a rate.
Yeah, I would think so, Kartik, that Ishan Kishan has definitely delivered on the captain's call. The very fact that he can bat at the top of the order, open the innings, he's done that for Mumbai Indians early on. But if required, batting at number 3 or number 4, I think he's really delivered when he's received an opportunity. And he's not done yet.
Mid-off's gone back now, square legs up. I imagine that's hurt. Mind you, it was a slower ball, but what he's trying to do is take advantage of the field change that Virat Kohli's just made. Good thinking by Saini, followed him.
It went too early. Sometimes when you go too early, it allows or gives that time for a bowler to change what he has thought at the top of his mark. Navdeep Saini quick through the air, but this time quick enough to realize what was happening, bowled a slower one, and that too following him. That's one of the reasons why he couldn't get bat on ball.
Dubey, the man doing the fielding, just thinking of what Navdeep Saini is going through here, and I like the fact that he's trying to get it very full, a tad outside off stump. I thought for a while in this tournament that the bowlers need to see that as a default position. It's quite old-fashioned. There are so many options at the death now, but on such good pitches with some short boundaries, you've really got to resort to the least amount of damage most often, if that makes sense. Just can't quite find the boundaries. 16 gone, 121 for 4. Oh, hang on, one more ball, Slats. It's all right. I said the score and you just dived in, didn't you? Couldn't wait to get to the crux of the matter. Kohli's come in 3 times this over to speak to Saini. He's determined to keep a hold on things, desperate to win the cricket match. Really good young talent, as I say. He's a lot of pace, clearly gives the game a lot of thought. I think he's got his field about right here. Oh, he's bringing 3rd man up. Okay, well, mid-on and mid-off are back. 3rd man up. You'd say you have to bowl full with this field. Mid-wicket's very straight and all the way back. Has to be a full ball. Hands dripping with sweat. Hot and humid night. Dries them, gets back to his mark to try again. Has the ball in his fingers now. There is the man who just comes straighter at mid-wicket. Now it is over, 16 gone, 1-2-2 for 4.
Skrill money transfer is free to India. There are no fees and our rupee rates are some of the best. Why pay to send money to India? Make your money go
Final phase. Oh, but this fixture, 4 overs remaining. Jumped in the seat last night at the same time and seemed to be running one side very much so in favour of the fielding side. But things changed so quickly in those last 4 overs that it's made me say I will never write anyone off. I think you said that too, KP.
Absolutely. I don't think you can write anyone off, although this boundary is a heck of a lot bigger than last night. And when you have a look at the previous over, the first ball went for 4, and then Ishan Kishan went down the ground, and Sharjah, there probably would have been a boundary. Here it would have been 2. It was 2. So, yeah, there's a big number here. A big number to get. And I said last night we could never, ever close off a game before she's finished.
No, it was phenomenal. G'day, Sonny.
Yes, KP, I agree with you. In this game, you can never say a game is won or lost till the final ball is bowled. But we're talking about a different ground, longer boundaries. We're talking about a different attack, an attack which has grown in confidence, an attack which is going to be slower off the surface. They had Kochhar who came onto the bat quite nicely, so he was easily carted away. This is going to be completely different.
Here's Zampa bowling his last. And that's been hit like an absolute bullet. No chance for Virat Kohli, who's just under the commentary box.
And this is going to be the make or break over. For the Mumbai Indians, this is the over where they've got to look to get at least 20. If not more. They've got 4, 16 more.
Yeah, I'd say up close to 30. Still 76 required. You get 30 here, you got 40s.
Pressure on. Has he got it? Has he got it? He hasn't. Oh, he's burst through the hands of the man who's been catching everything all night.
Yeah, Power Negi. The pressure is on. There's strange things that happen when pressure comes into the picture, folks. There is a naughty thing that can happen. There's a person on your shoulder, and it screams at you when the ball starts coming in your direction.
And this time he's tried to catch it with his fingers pointing skyward.
Yeah, because
the Aussie way.
It just went a little bit further.
He had no option because the ball was above him. But the Indians generally are not very good catchers that way, with that style.
He's gone again. He's got it out of here. Zampa. The heat is on him. The heat is on.
We're back, Sluts. We're back, Sonny. It was 24 hours ago. We're back.
Is it because there's 3 batters here? I don't know what we do.
Amazing. Amazing. 16 runs from 3 balls. Sluts, you wanted 30 runs. A 30 run over. That's the 1 over which is going to bring Mumbai Indians back in the game.
Well, Virat Kohli, he's at long off. He's run all the way in to talk to Zampa, making his IPL debut for RCB. 42. He's gone for. Crunched. It should be stopped. Negi. He gets there, but they come back for 2. It's a brilliant over. This is exactly what Mumbai wanted. 18 from it, 2 balls remaining.
Yeah, it was 10 innings ago when Kieran Pollard last got his 50 with the Mumbai Indians. It was 2018. We're in 2020, towards the end of 2020. 62 required from 20 balls. You dare go away.
Oh my goodness, it is on. It is on. It is on. Top of the card, top of the stand. Holy!
This guy's got some power. This guy has got some strength, some power, some timing. So exciting to watch these big hits. He's picked that googly and he's hit it with that turn. It didn't go inside out. He would have gone inside out if it was a leggy, but this one was the one turning into him. Massive, massive, massive.
Sunny comparison. RCB were 148 for 2 this very stage, playing 146 for 4. Just to give you an idea. Final ball. Oh, he hasn't got it. It's over the infield. There were hands on it. Could argue should have been taken. But there is so much happening, and the good thing is Pollard's just had a brilliant over. He's on strike. 3 overs remaining. They need 53 more.
Yeah, he went up. He went at it again. Chahal. I tell you what, it almost went for 4 too. The spin. You saw that spin. It accelerated away from Chahal, from RCB. One of the owners in the house.
He's out, he's pacing.
Akash Shambani, he is watching it very closely, as is everybody on the television screens. We're up out of our chairs here. It's Chahal.
Well, last night has just changed the opinion of all of us in terms of this crazy game.
Absolutely. There is no such thing as impossible. We've seen that so often in T20 cricket. But the last couple of games that we've seen, it's becoming more and more obvious. In the IPL, nothing is impossible.
Chahal, he's got one more to bowl, so the leggy. He is an up and over leggy. There's not a lot of turn there, so he could be given some flight here, Pollard. He loves to go extra cover, he loves to go straight, even if he goes long on, that's shortish.
Exactly right, he's a straight hitter, isn't he? He isn't a square hitter. Unless it's real short, it can pull him over cow corner, it can hit him for 6 that way. But he likes to hit it straight. Where's Chahal going to go at you? Wide of off stump?
He's got it. He's got it. He's absolutely got it. Where? Extra cover. 6.
Well, well, well. 27 runs of the previous over. Now he begins with a 6. Clears his way. Walks away to the leg side. This is a fabulous shot.
Well, how the Mumbai Indians faring? We know that Virat Kohli is starting to get a bit nervous because they've all watched last night. They know it can happen. It'll fall short. They'll come back for two. They have to come back for two. That's the benefit of that boundary.
Exactly. You might not get a six there, but it gives you the opportunity to come for the second. That's a long boundary.
And you can't blame the boundary riders for wanting to be on the ropes here. Sixes and fours are going to win this game, not the twos. Twos don't work. They need 45 from 16. Fours, sixes. Slater.
But we're all looking at each other going, is this another Shasha?
Surely not.
Well, they just raised the bar last night, so every chasing side believes. That was a good ball. Just the single. Just takes the heat out of it.
He's a very, very clever bowler. He doesn't panic. He could be hit for a boundary and a six in the first couple of deliveries. He comes back well, and well, look who's got the purple cap. Mohammad Shami has it at the moment.
Yeah, Chahal not far behind. He's a wonderful bowler, he really is. But this is actually quite a nice play as well. Pollard could have thought about sprinting for two there, but Ishan Kishan has batted so beautifully, and he has the short boundary. He's a left-hander. Chahal should be spinning the ball into him. He'd probably bowl the googly away from him. He's packed the offside field. But there's a short boundary, and it's leg side.
Yes, he's definitely going to bowl the googly wide of Ishan Kishan's natural arc, natural swing.
Well, I reckon that's six. I reckon it's there. It is there. Oh, Ishan Kishan. Now he wants to get into the party mode. He has been. He's moved to 76. Required rate now, 16.29.
Tell me which youngster, when he hears the sweet music going on, doesn't want to go join the party. So he's seen the music, he's heard the music at the other end, he wants to join the party.
Oh yeah, and how lucky are we? We get to join the party most nights. We had a party last night, there's a party happening here. Kohli, he's under pressure.
Yes.
They'll take the one, won't they, RCB at this stage. So 16 from the over, one ball remaining. Has to go for six, I reckon. At worst, four.
And then Chahal's done. We've got Udana and we've got Saini. Both of these batters will be fancying those two. They've got to stay in, these two. This is a very, very important ball in the context of this game. They'll be looking for six, they'll be looking for four for sure. They can't afford to lose a wicket here. These two have got to face the last two overs.
No, I was just talking to Nico's alongside me, just saying these two are crucial to keep going. They can't, if they lose a wicket now, it'll put the stop on, make it really difficult. So Kishan and Pollard. Massive delivery. Oh, he's got it over. Flat batted, that's 50 of 20 balls. Pollard, it's been a long time since he's driven his side home to victory. Tonight could be the night.
It's unbelievable, Slats. It's unbelievable, Sonny. De Villiers did it earlier. Pollard is doing it now.
for what he didn't do today with those 4 overs. Will give him a terrific opportunity. I think he needs about 11-12 runs to defend.
He bowls for Bangalore. RCB, there's a big question.
Oh, Dana's your man. Think he's your man, or do you give it to Chahal? Do you slow it down? Do you bowl him to the bigger boundary? No, I wouldn't. Wouldn't play the spinner.
You could, but I wouldn't.
Saini bowled really well, penultimate over.
Washington's on there?
I'd go Saini.
He's not an off-spinner, surely.
Well, he gave away only 12 runs in his 4 overs. 12 runs.
I'm just thinking as a right-handed batsman who you'd want to face.
We'll find out soon. Match tied. Hardik Pandya, there he is. RCB, they stroll back out. They stroll straight back out there. All of them shaking their heads. Shankishan's got the pads on. Saini's got the ball. Shankishan was absolutely brilliant. 99, can you believe it? And a little bit more aerial and he could have won the game outright and brought up 100.
And he just came in, slats too. An injury to Saurabh Tiwari. Ishan comes in and he hits it all over this beautiful ground. But there we go, you got him. Pollard and Hardik Pandya, 2 right-handers, and it's Saini who's going to bowl for RCB.
Yeah, look, it's always interesting with who they go with. I do understand the Hardik theory, but the left-right combination, the 2 guys that got you to the tie, do you keep them going?
I would have, Slats. I would have. 100% I would have kept those 2 going.
Super over, just about to start. Saini's got the ball in hand. The tall quick. He's going to use variation. So just so you know, if it's a tied super over, we have another super over. But you've got to change your bowler and your batsman. Well, I would think we're going to have a tied super over because this competition is just getting ridiculous at what it's serving up to us, don't you think? Why not? Super over just about to start. Pollard on strike. And away we go. One to start. Good bowling.
What a good Yorker that was. What a very good delivery from Saini.
They missed out on those last night. Sheldon Cottrell in particular missed out. He got hit all over the place. But have a look at that delivery there. And that right there, you cannot hit it over square leg. You cannot hit it for 6 down the ground. You've got to squeeze it out. All these slower ball bounces, back of their hand. Tell you what, when the going gets tough, simplify things. And some would say that's not easy.
All right, Hardik got caught in the deep first time round. Straight to the man. Good bowling again. So the only thing I'll say, if Ishan Kishan went out as a left-hander, he's got the short boundary. At least one batsman's got the short boundary.
100% right, and he's been batting. And you know that when you've been batting, your eyes are in tune with picking line, picking length, sizes of boundaries. You change your gloves, you put a brand new pair of gloves on, and you go out there. You've only got 3 or 4 balls to hit. It looks like Rohit's next. Kings 11 made this mistake the other day and they lost the super over. Hope it doesn't happen to the Mumbai Indians.
Third ball, first 2 have been excellent from Saini. Third ball's been brilliant. 2 from 3.
Excellent again from the young man. Never easy to bowl the super over to a big hitter like Kieron Pollard. But he's bowled a very good line outside the off stump. Fuller, not quite a Yorker, but Fuller. Terrific stuff.
It is. To think, single, dot ball, super over. It's got three balls remaining. They've got to find the boundary. Pollard has got to find the boundary. The thing about Saini now is he's on that last ball, the seam up quick. What Pollard wants is something he can hit straight or over extra cover. He goes straight, and it's 4. They've dived over the top of it down there at long off. So there's 6.
Yeah, 1-0-1 Pollard. You can see what Saini's trying to do here, and those are the fine margins and the fine lines. Oh, there's a change in field now. I think Gurgarat Singh is now making his way out to cow corner. I think the skipper Kohli is going to long off. Yes, it is. Here Virat is now. He's going to be talking to his bowler. He's going to go to long off. He's going to go into the traffic, where the traffic goes. This stage of the game, where he's bowling, you want your best fielders in those positions.
Also as straight as possible, because Kieron Pollard hits the ball straight, doesn't hit it wide of extra cover. If he does, it's a 6, but he powers the ball straight.
Massive delivery. It's drilled the man who's just moved there, and he's taken it straight to the man. Long boundary, and really well bowled.
Interesting tactics. We're not in the team meetings. We're very far away from any of the teams. We're in our own little bubble. As commentators, we are very, very far away from the action. We're far away from each other, sat next to each other. But I don't understand these tactics. Ishan Kishan has just scored 99 off not many. The tactics, again, very interesting, and I'm not so sure I'm having them. Ishan Kishan, he's your man on screen, he's just got 99, off not many. He would also be hitting to the smaller boundary. Why has he not batted? Unless he's incredibly injured, torn a muscle, broken a leg, why is he not batting?
Should be the last ball of this super over from RCB. Saini has been brilliant. 1-1 wicket. Hardik Pandya on strike. Needs to hit it long. Swing and a miss. They'll come through. Steal the single. So 7 from the over.
Batters that haven't batted for a while, Slats, Sonny. Sorry for the risk of repeating myself. These guys came in fresh-faced, not been able to pick the line or the length, but they have 7. Who's going to bat for RCB? It was brilliant from Saini, absolutely outstanding.
Well, young Ishan Kishan still had his pads on. We don't know, we'll probably find at the end of the match why he wasn't sent up. But what a fine over from this young man. Navdeep Saini bowled it quick, bowled it almost under the bat. There was one which went full, which was hit for a boundary. But this is a terrific super over, absolutely top-class super over from Navdeep Saini.
There it is. The target is 8. conversation now. We've certainly had our say about that super over that's just gone and who should have gone out there. But if you've got your eye in and you've scored 99, it's hard to work out why he hasn't gone back out with Pollard. But we're now going to shift to RCB. AB de Villiers is the definite. Virat Kohli.
Do they go left-hander? Shivan Dubé? Finished
Well, they're going to bowl the
beautifully.
far end, aren't they?
Absolutely.
You need to
Small
go.
boundary.
There's the advantage. You need to be able to try and penetrate that short side.
He got 27 of 8. Not many, at least. This guy should have been batting in the super over. This, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly what he did for an hour and a half leading up to that super over. Have a look at this. Just come into the team. He replaced Saurabh Tiwari. He's got an injury. And he hammered it.
Hammered it, he slaughtered it. Still got his pads on. Don't think he can get over the fact that he wasn't able to take his team over the line. I don't think there's any remorse at missing 100.
No, maybe he's feeling like that ball he got out to, that he should have elevated it more. He was so close to sailing over that man in the deep for 6, and that was the game. Maybe that's what he's feeling. Just a little bit of personal disappointment that he wasn't able to finish it off. Not about the 100, about the victory.
Well, he's actually trying to explain to somebody that the gloves were wet. That's what he's trying to explain. That the gloves were wet and therefore I wasn't quite able to grip the bat and the bat slipped just that little bit.
Yep, and in these conditions, humid conditions, he's still talking about it. He's still talking about his gloves. Completely soaking wet.
Maybe he's just exhausted because it was such a mighty effort. All right, AB de Villiers and who? Is there a lefty that you try and take the short side, or do you go the 2 best batsmen in the world in this form of the game?
Left and right in combination we're talking about. Simply because, again, for a left-hander, the leg side boundary will be just a little bit shorter.
One thing we do know is the best in the business is going to bowl for the Mumbai Indians, and now that is a wonderful, wonderful thing for any Mumbai Indians fans. Mumbai Indians have played 2 super overs, and guess what? Mumbai have won both of those super overs.
I'm just looking down, I keep looking at the dugout, who's coming out with the pads on. Bumrah's got the ball in hand, he's looking skyward. He's going to try and get it in the Yorker mode. Who can you see, KP?
It's de Villiers.
There's de Villiers, yet no surprise there. All right.
No one wants to come with him.
Is he batting by himself?
Who is it? That's the coach.
Is it Virat?
It's Kohli.
And Kohli. Kohli, de Villiers. And they need 8.
And they're facing the best. It's the best in world cricket in display, on display even.
So many things we haven't seen in the T20. Have you ever seen a decision being referred in the super over if somebody's given out LBW? Can he refer it to the? Can he refer it?
Yeah. You have to be able to.
Let's have a look at one of these.
Well, that's it. Let's keep ticking the boxes.
Exactly.
It's new.
Whether the batsman's been given caught behind or whatever it is, or LBW, just let's have a referral as well.
And if they make 7 RCB, that's another tie. So we have another super over, folks. We need 8. You would think advantage with RCB, but don't write off Mumbai Indians. Do not write them off. Bumrah. This is when the best stand tall.
Well, you've got the best on both teams.
so you're saying best bowler, stand tall. Best batsman, stand tall. It's a good matchup.
We did say this is the best of the best. There's no one better that plays our game.
That's why it's called the Dream11 IPL. This is a dream.
Get mid-off and mid-on straight. Gonna bowl straight Yorkers. Mid-off needs to be straighter.
De Villiers takes strike. Here comes Bumrah skipping in. Runs hard, Kohli. They won't come back. It's a single. Good start from Bumrah.
Very good Yorker. He didn't quite get it right when he was bowling his 4 overs in the match. Bowling the length balls or bowling it wide. This one is bang on target. Goes wide of the crease, angles the ball under the bat. Under the bat, almost under the bat. This is very good Yorker.
He's so good, isn't he? He's so good, but can he do it again?
Well, the thing they say about Yorker bowling, those who are good at it, it's a rhythm. It's not so much, it just happens because you're in a rhythm with it. You just get a feel. So to start with it, it gives him that feel first ball. So now Kohli. He hasn't really troubled the scorers throughout this IPL just yet, but he'd love to guide his team now.
They run well between wickets, these two. Brilliant runners between wickets who've got a cow corner. I think it's Hardik Pandya out there. He's deep on that boundary. But now there's a change. Very smart. There's no fine leg. Trent Bolt, a long leg, or you should say a deepish backward square leg comes around. It's Bumrah to Kohli.
Pull shot. Man is there, straight to him. Get rid of the throw. Single, 2 from 2. They need 6 off 4. He has absolutely nailed that too, Kohli.
What a good shot it was. He got so quickly into position and pulled it away. Very good effort there by Trent Bolt. Could have been a boundary.
Brilliant from Bolt.
It was brilliant cricket all round. Very good bouncer, very good shot, very good fielding.
What about the ramp shot, AB? What about it?
Out.
Oh, he's out. Is he out? He's been given.
And we have a referral.
Sonny! Called it, Sonny. Let's just go upstairs.
Who got behind? Confirm. Yeah, confirming. Yeah. Fair delivery. TV umpire to director. Fair delivery. Give me the front on, please. When you're ready. Stand by. Just one more time, please. Yeah, ball. Yeah, one more time. Yeah, ball is close to bat. Give me ultra edge for double check, please. Yeah, stand by, guys. Waiting for ultra edge. Okay. Waiting for the ultra edge. Other angle is coming. Yeah, keep rolling. Keep rolling, yeah. Keep going. Flat line. Just one more time. Flat line. One more time, please. One more time, yeah. Yeah, start now, yeah. Flat line. Keep going. Let it cross the helmet, yeah. Keep going. Yeah, no bat. Go to the on-field umpire, please.
Maybe some at home thinking, what about the height? Was it a wide? But it is not. Change of bats. That one wasn't working for AB de Villiers. So they need 6 off 3 to win. 5 to tie it again. And then we'll go again. Bumrah has bowled 3 beauties. It's going to run away. 45, 1 bounce 4.
That was bad field placing. If you're going to bowl the bouncer, you need a deep fine leg. You need a deep fine leg. If you can't have your fielder in the 30-meter angle because the deep fine leg would have been a catch.
Well, I'm interested as to why he went short again. Top edge with a 45. He was bowling right up there, so they need 1 for the tie, 2 for victory, 2 balls remain. If it's a swing and a miss, do they just run?
Absolutely. Make sure you get that 1 run. If it's a swing and a miss, just get that 1 run. So it's a tie, and you still have 1 ball left.
The ball's quick enough. De Kock's got both his gloves on still. Change in field now. Mid-wicket is on 1. There's 45. Fine leg in position. There's an extra cover. Backward point. The point's gone to 45 on the leg side.
Brilliant Yorker. Okay. Scores are tied again.
Well, that's the ball that he should have bowled instead of that short ball, particularly when you do not have a fielder outside that 30-yard circle. This is his strength. This is his strength. This is what he's so good at. This is what Bumrah is so good at. Not the short ball.
Get them in, get them in. You've got to stop the single. Dot ball, we do another super over. Everyone's got to come in. And it's Virat Kohli, the skipper. Last ball. Needs the win.
And one of the fastest runners between the wickets. So, whatever happens, he is going to run. But I think he's going to hit it for a boundary.
Yeah, he's a quality player. He really is. He's an absolute beaut of a batsman. That man on screen. He's as good as it gets, as good as there ever was. Katic. Hessen. Where do we go? There's a man on the boundary. There's one guy on the boundary. It's Hardik Pandya. He's at cow corner, deep mid-wicket.
Look at
Men
this.
in blue running everywhere.
This is your normal T20 field, isn't it, KP? Look at them. Kohli can feel them breathing on him. They're in close. They're going to go whatever happens. Here we are. Last ball. There's the game. RCB have been able to keep their pressure or expel the pressure of that final ball. Composure, that's what it was all about. RCB are the victors tonight.
And just like I said, it's going to be a boundary from the skipper. Used the bottom hand to such good effect. The Yorker went as a full toss and just smashed away.
It's so emotional. It's emotional for the players, it's emotional for the owners, for the support staff, the fans, for us.
It's been amazing.